Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to our webinar, Scale Your Business with a Customer Community. My name is Hannah Johnson. I'm the Marketing Manager here at Get Satisfaction, and I'm very pleased to present to you all Adam Lambert, the Marketing Programs Manager of Restaurants on the Run, who will be talking today how Restaurants on the Run, the nation's largest corporate-focused restaurant delivery service, is scaling their business nationwide with a customer community. So let me just tell you a little bit quickly, give you a baseline about Get Satisfaction. So we are the customer community platform of choice for 70,000 customer communities. So what that means is these are different communities coming each to ask questions, share ideas, and generally connect with each other and engage with the companies and products around products and services that they care about. So really, we're helping our customers, other companies, provide engaging customer experiences at every stage for customers throughout the customer lifecycle. And this isn't just sort of nice, warm, fuzzy. We're helping our customers achieve real business results, like Mint.com, which was able to reduce support tickets by 75% with a community, or Kitty Care, which recognizes 1,000 product champions a month who are able to go into their community, help resolve support issues, generate word-of-mouth marketing content, and just generally sort of create a positive buzz around that brand. So now I will introduce to you to Adam Lambert of Restaurants on the Run, who's going to tell you a little bit about their story and how they're making it work for them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. Thank you, everyone. Again, I'm Andrew Lambert. I'm the Marketing Programs Manager for Restaurants on the Run. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go over a couple of the reasons, who Restaurants on the Run are, who our customers are, what our business challenges were, why we even thought about getting the Get Satisfaction solution, why we got online chat and what we learned from it, and some of our system requirements. What were we exactly looking for? Were we looking for an internal solution, or were we looking to an outside vendor like Get Satisfaction? And then at the end, we'll have plenty of time for questions and answers, so please ask away. So going into Restaurants on the Run, we're the nation's largest corporate-focused restaurant delivery service. So what that means is we're partnered with about 1,500 restaurants, and if you have an office meeting to office training to just even dinner at home, you give us a call because we're partnered with all the restaurants. We'll pick up the food, we'll set it up, we'll make sure that everything works for those meetings. We're in 9 cities. We're up and down the West Coast. We're also in Las Vegas, Houston, Texas, and now Tulsa, Oklahoma, with a couple more cities to go, so we're definitely excited about that. And we've fed more than 15 million people with over 4 million successful orders. So we definitely have a large customer base that's obviously revolved around food. So we needed to make sure that everything that we did tied back into this. Our customer, we named our customer Lindsay. She's our target customer. 90% of our customers are female. They're between the ages of 24 to 36. They're the office admins, the office managers. They're pretty much the backbone of the office. So we wanted to make sure that we had a solution that was very simple for them. Since they are the backbone of the office, they have very busy schedules. They're multitaskers. They're running around all day. So picking up the phone and waiting on a phone call and placing an order just wasn't cutting it for some people, so we needed to have that better solution. So in January of 2012, we launched online chat. Just 1 month later, we had over 900 chats in February of 2012. And upon reading those chats, we noticed the same thing. They were, where's my order? How can I add to an order? There were the multiple questions over and over and over again. And then it was the same concerns of, do you guys have a vegetarian menu? Is there vegan? So forth, that really revolves around questions that they were asking when they were placing an order. 2, obviously web errors. If something wasn't working, a gift certificate wasn't working. So upon reading those, we realized that our customer service agents who responded to the chats were asking and answering the exact same questions over and over and over again. So it really allowed the 4 departments here at Restaurants on the Run, we really learned something from it. So just through a couple of months, we learned from marketing that we really needed to educate our customers better. We needed to educate them better through promotion. You know, who really is Rotor? What can we do for them? How can we be their one-stop solution? So we learned that through chat. And then technology, we needed to improve our website. You know, where is the My Account information? How are we best displaying information that they're asking for? Our sales department learned that we need to really figure out how we can best leverage chat for sales, because there are, oh, it threw a slide on me, because there are, you know, ways that we can push sales to chat. There we go. And then external operations of where's my order. So it allowed us to see those 4 core areas. It allowed us to develop a plan going into 2012 on how we attack those areas. So we really needed a way that we could scale our support, teach those 4 areas that we learned from chat, and continue to grow. Last year we added Houston, Texas. This year we added Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're continuing to add cities across the nation. So we needed to be able to scale our customer service, something that if you order from Restaurants on the Run, you know that we pride ourselves in our service. So we needed to scale that one-on-one interaction. But we needed to scale it, but we also need to remember that Lindsay, our core customer, she's very busy. So she doesn't want to wait on the phone. Our average wait times are about 25 seconds. She really doesn't want to wait chatting with somebody either. You know, we answer our chats in under 20 seconds. But what she does want is she wants the ability of whatever avenue she contacts Restaurants on the Run, she's tapped into our food experts. The fact that our call center knows the 1,500 restaurants. They know the nine cities that we're in. That's something they expect for every single person they talk to, whether it's phone, chat, or email, or any other way. And they also, since they are multitaskers and they're busy, they wanted a simple, fast service. And our entire job is to make our customers look good, whether it's making our customers look good to their boss or to meetings. We wanted to make sure that our service level was up to par for all those things. So how do you do that? How do you continue to scale when you're going nationwide? And that was one of our big problems that we had to really think about in 2012. We wanted to avoid a large expansion of a call center. We wanted to really make sure that we didn't increase the overall cost as we were growing. We wanted to make sure that we could reduce call volume while maintaining the average wait times that we have. You know, we didn't want to all of a sudden flood the call center and have our customers wait longer than the 30 to 90 seconds that they expect to wait. And we also wanted to make sure that as we grew, our knowledge grew, our knowledge of the restaurants, our knowledge of the territories that we're in. And that's kind of what we had with chat. Was chat kind of provided that, you know, area for us to expand where one person could handle 4 to 6 customers at a time instead of that one-on-one with the phone, but it was still limited on the amount of customers and the amount of growth that we could have. So our biggest problem was we wanted to keep wait times low with the same service level with the existing channels that we have. And then the other thing with what we had as a challenge was also training new people. You know, when we brought on new people, we had to make sure that internally they provided the exact same service as a seasoned customer care person. So which means that we need to now also have a solution that allowed them to learn, that allowed them to look up questions, that allowed them to really saturate the knowledge that a lot of people have at Restaurants on the Run. So when Lindsay calls, she gets the same service across the board. So that's what we needed. We needed a solution that really allowed our customers to tap into that knowledge base. We wanted it online only. The reason is, obviously, we wanted to watch our overhead, but we wanted a solution that could scale with the growth that we're having. You know, being the largest corporate food delivery company in the nation and continuing to add acquisitions in other cities, we wanted to make sure that it was a plausible solution. We also wanted to make it really easy for our customers to use. Something that it was really seamless, something that they could go online, and it was faster than waiting the 25 seconds for an answer for chat, or it was faster than placing a phone call. So we needed to make sure that it was easy, but it also had the great website integration. We needed to make sure it was all over the place. So this way, there was no doubt about it, we're willing to help them with a solution. And obviously, if you have all of that, you'll have the effective chat and phone deflection. With the thousands of phone calls that come through our call center, we wanted to make sure that we were lowering that number while obviously producing the exact same level of service that we needed. And with chat, we wanted to make sure that they were asking questions that we weren't hearing over and over again, but we were actually educating our customers, and they either weren't asking the questions or they were asking other questions that in handle we could help them out. And then the biggest thing is with a growing company and with most companies is we needed to implement it with limited organizational resources. We are very slammed with different things. We wanted to make sure that we could launch a program, we could effectively manage a program, but it didn't have a huge impact on the current organization if it didn't work. So those are definitely some of the solutions that we were looking for in 2012. So what we decided to do is we started to look through numerous different abilities. Was it A, do we build our own solution? Something that we have a full tech team here. Do we spend the 6 months and completely build out an interactive question and answer? Do we not even mess with it, only go with chat, phone, we only use the current system that we have? Or do we look at an outside vendor? What we decided was to really look at outside vendors for this. The biggest reason is because one of the main goals of our solution requirements was to implement with limited organizational resources. So not doing anything wouldn't have solved anything, and really taxing our tech department to build out a solution was definitely not the plan. So we found Get Satisfaction. Personally, myself, I've been in a couple of communities, and I really was impressed with the solution that they had. So they're one of the first companies that came to our mind. We immediately, obviously, contacted them and kind of told us our needs. And our needs were a little bit different. We wanted to be a community, but we also wanted to be a knowledge base. So we kind of had that two-prong attack of what we wanted. While we wanted our customers to interact with us, and we wanted them to build a community, we also just wanted to provide a simple and easy way our customers could find the answer. And that's what the Get Satisfaction community kind of proved to, was you can kind of have that two-prong attack where your customers, if they want to post, they can post, or if they just want the answer with a fast, simple, easy customer service solution that we're looking for, they can just do that. So that was definitely one of the strong points for us. Kind of working with Get Satisfaction, I'm sure they can kind of tell you the integration process is very easy, but for us, we tried to make it as complex as possible. With about 1,500 restaurants, we needed to make sure that every topic, every little area was covered. We have about, I think we launched with about 100 restaurants, all with 10 questions each. They went from, do they offer a vegetarian menu, or do they offer gluten-free, vegan, all the way down to, how much is extra chicken on a California pizza pizza. So those are the questions that we needed to make sure that we answered, but then we had to make sure they were fully integrated into our website so our customers could even find those answers. So the integration process is pretty seamless with Get Satisfaction. I think we were completely up and running in a few weeks. But what was really good with it is we also launched a brand new website when Get Satisfaction went live. So we had the luxury of making sure that every point of entry, every area, we carefully graphed it out. And that's what we'll see here on the next couple slides, is we wanted to make sure that there was multiple entry points, that if you needed help, you could find out where you needed the help. So on our homepage, it's on the bottom right-hand side where customers has a very simple question, how do I? and they can type in the questions and it links to the community. Also, every restaurant page, so on the menu pages, when they're placing an order, when they're checking out, they'll be able to see the popular questions that tie in directly to that restaurant. And also within the chat window. And we'll see examples of all three coming up. The biggest thing is with the integration is we don't have Salesforce, so we don't have a large, well-known CRM system or customer relations manager. We have our own internal proprietary system. So what we needed to do is we needed to make sure our customers didn't have to re-sign up for a service or re-log in. We needed to make sure that when they were logged into their account at Restaurants on the Run, they were immediately logged into the Get Satisfaction community. This integration was possible, and it just worked seamless. And then also we wanted to make sure that it was integrated with chat. And that was definitely very important to us because the whole point was to obviously deflect the chat. So here on our homepage, you can see where we place it. The placing of Get Satisfaction is very important, I think, to the success of how your community is going to work. It was very important that we listened to our customers at first, and then we wanted to make sure that we placed it in areas where it was easier. As you can see, kind of on the side left, that's not boxed out. You can see the order status, see who the order is. That was something we learned back from chat about with the external operations. A lot of our customers just want to know where their order was. So we made sure we put that box there. And obviously on the right with the common question with the how do I. It allows, it's an open-ended question that allows our customers to really type in anything, it searches for it, and then it places it. Here on our restaurant page, it really has a great impact. As you can see with this restaurant, in the frequently asked questions, it will pop up questions that tie directly into that restaurant. What's great about that is these questions that people are chatting and calling us about. Since the majority of our business is online, we wanted to obviously make it as easy as possible to order online. So as you can see, a couple of those questions are, how can we make changes to our order once it's been sent? That's a key question is if you need to make an edit or if you need to delete an order. So that right there already does the chat deflection and phone deflection, and it's right there in front of the customers. Now, if they don't click there and they don't click on the home page, another area that we wanted to make sure that we integrated it with is with our chat partner, Valero. What we've done is, and if you click, I'll go back to the previous slide. If you click on the bottom or the top right where it says click for help, this box pops up where they have three options. Obviously, chat with us, call us, which we wanted to make sure the phone number was still on our site, but it wasn't a predominant area on our site. But the biggest area was the frequently asked questions. Now, as you can see, it's at the bottom question talks about Seattle. If you can think of, we have 9 cities with different time zones and time changes, and each one operating differently, we have different hours. So there's instant training for our customers, for our new employees, and kind of the operations that kind of prevents, kind of be more proactive. Those questions are always dynamic also. So we have the really cool ability to make sure that our top 5, top 10 questions are popping up there. So if our customers are asking, the same question over and over again, we can start educating our customers by placing it within the restaurant tab, placing it within the chat tab to kind of make sure that we're showing our customers where it is. So we've kind of built this whole system into our website to kind of make sure Lindsay, our target customer, and when she's placing a site, her solution and her service is right there. And that was the biggest key of what we needed to do. When we were discussing about Get Satisfaction or going back to building an internal system, the resources that would have been needed to actually build a solution out like this would have taken a very long time. So the fact that this right here is a widget, the fact that it can be built into a pop-up, it really helped us out in developing our site and kind of moving forward in the way that we needed to go. So what we really came across was more of like the business benefits. How we without adding additional staff. So we have our dedicated chat agent in our call center who can handle the 4 to 6 at a time. Much easier to add 1 or 2 of those, kind of pushing chat, than adding to other areas with the one-on-one interaction in the call center. Much more cost efficient. And also, the chat volume is steady as business grows. So adding the additional resources is a little bit easier than obviously adding that one-on-one interaction again. And then enhances the NPS score. We survey our customers every month. Obviously different customers. We survey our customers every month. And the key is to make sure that our customers, A, know what we offer them, and B, we want to know what they think about us. And this is something that we take very seriously at Restaurants on the Run. And it's a big thing that a lot of us are graded on, because we want to make sure that we're providing the best possible experience for our customers. If you think about it, our customers have multiple areas to order food. They could go directly to the restaurant. They could go maybe to one of our competitors. Maybe the restaurant even delivers themselves, or they can go through us. So we wanted to make sure that we really provided all the tools necessary where our customers didn't think twice about our competition or didn't think twice about going somewhere else, because of the fact they knew that they had a question, it was answered online, or they could give us a call, or they could chat with us. So with all of these systems, we're realizing that when we survey our customers, in their comments, they're discussing how amazing chat is, how great the agent was, how fast our website was with answering questions that they needed. So this was definitely a small success that we're already seeing on having an impact on our company. And then the last benefit, among many, is really a faster onboarding of new employees. We have a little bit of a challenge, if you think about it, that we're headquartered in Orange County, California, with the majority of our call center agents are in Orange County, California, with some also now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if they haven't, majority of them who haven't been to Seattle or Vegas or Houston or some parts of San Diego, for example, so they're not going to know what the local favorite is. They're not going to really know what area it is when they first start with Restaurants on the Run. So the guest satisfaction community has allowed our internal employees to use the website and actually ask questions and receive an answer faster than either A, asking another fellow employee, or calling the restaurant. So while an agent is on the phone, they have the ability to search online and kind of provide that seamless answer where Lindsay, our customer, knows that they are food experts. So the impact it makes just from onboarding our new employees is definitely key. So we've built this community with guest satisfaction. We've, kind of figured out a way to train our employees, and now our customers are kind of linking both of it, and that's what's obviously making our customer experience, a lot better. So it's definitely one of those solutions that we needed. We launched it earlier this year. We have probably about, I'd say, 2,000 questions already into our system, and we're constantly expanding it. So when we went back to kind of what we learned just from the chat system, that our customers needed to be educated, well, guest satisfaction provides that education that the marketing department and that we needed. And then for technology, we need for website improvements around the area. Along with our new site, there's obviously still errors with any website. And the great thing about it is if our customers do have a problem with the site or have a question, they can immediately post the question of guest satisfaction, and then that can be sent to our tech department for an answer. So it really allows us to really show our customers that, hey, we understand there's a problem. This is what we're working on to fix it. And then with external ops and how we're kind of, where is my order? How do I do this? It then obviously allows the customers to type in the question, see exactly where the solution is. So what our main goal was, we accomplished it, is we listened to what the problems were with online chat. What we did is we listened to who our exact target customer was, and we figured out a solution that they needed. They needed a quick, fast, easy, knowledge-based solution that is what they want. And that's the big thing I would say with a lot of companies that are looking at guest satisfaction is you really need to figure out who your core customer is. Because you don't want to do this just for your company thinking it's a great idea. You want to do this for your customers or for your partners. Because what it'll allow them to do is going to allow you know the fact that they're going to use it. So it's definitely a really, really, really robust system. With the other tools that we have tied in with Valero and then brought into the website with the integration, that's something that I would definitely highly recommend. With it integrating with a chat solution and the way it works is if someone has a chat question, for example, does California Pizza Kitchen have a vegan menu? What they can do is they can type that question into the chat box, and it will search the Get Satisfaction community first. And if that question's been answered, or if a little variation of that question's been answered, it will show them, if they want to click on this, they want to click to the Get Satisfaction community, or if they want to continue with the chat. So then it goes back to re-educating our customers with the fact that if they have a question, even when they still want to chat, we're still giving them the opportunity to go into the community. And for us, we're still giving them the opportunity to deflect that chat, where then our call center can handle more chats of other questions that haven't been answered. So really with the integration, it was definitely key. Really with the growth of Restaurants on the Run, it was definitely important. But the biggest thing is really knowing who our customer was and making sure that our customer was as happy as possible with another solution. We're going to get into a couple of question and answers in a little bit. If you guys have any questions of how we use it, or if you have any other things that you wanted to reach out with me, I am on Twitter @InsertAnything. Pretty much that started about 2 years ago when really people could insert anything, either a hashtag or a handle or anything, and that's how I was following them. So that's definitely, if you follow me, you'll definitely get some resourceful information. I'm also on Facebook, and feel free to email me at alambert@rotr.com. So yeah, now I'm going to pass it over to Hannah if there are any questions, and we'll go from there.
Hey, Andrew, so we do have a couple questions. The first one is, you talk about improved NPS, or Net Promoter Score, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term. Why do you think that was?
Yeah, so a couple of reasons, and we asked our customers why they rate us, obviously from 1 to 10, and it goes into that. Obviously, the big thing is service. So because we're finding better ways for them to access us, better ways for us to provide that answer, we definitely saw an increase with that. Just the fact of a customer being able to, rate us a 9 or a 10, rate us very likely that they always use us, it's huge when they have the ability to chat with us, email us, give us a call. So that's why that customer service avenue is very, very, very important with us. And with Get Satisfaction, we're seeing that strictly because it's another avenue that they can access into us.
Interesting. Okay, we have another question which says, did you set it up where only your staff can answer questions, or are your customers part of the community and answering questions as well?
Perfect. Yeah, great question. So we did it both ways. We have it where internally our employees can ask questions. They can ask questions, and those can also get an answer. Also, the popular questions that we get on chat, our call center agent who handles all those chats, then once a week is putting the popular questions inside of our community to constantly grow it. And then we also have our customers putting questions in. So we really wanted to make sure that anybody that wanted to input questions or ask a question or provide an answer had the ability to. So it wasn't just internally, it was also our customers.
So this question is a bit related to that, but maybe you can elaborate a bit. How do you really encourage people to go to your community and ask their questions there and interact with each other?
Yeah, so it's something that we're obviously always continuing to work on. With the integration that we have and making sure all the questions are there, we're finding that customers are seeing that a bunch of questions are in this knowledge base. So they're clicking on it, and obviously with the Get Satisfaction community, you can kind of see, does this answer your question, or would you like to post another topic? But what we're also doing is we're also emailing our customers, telling them that if they do have a question, if they do have an answer, feel free to kind of interact with us. And it's also on every email signature that we're sending out to all of our customers. So really, everywhere they see, they'll definitely be able to see that we have these questions, we have these answers, we're providing another solution for you. So I would say it's kind of a multi-tiered marketing effort between the emails, between the integration with chat, and that with our customers immediately can type the question and answer there, and between us marketing and the sales actually pushing it out.
And the last question that we have for you, Andrew, so how did you place your community on your website, and how long did it take?
So it took, well, what we were doing, it probably took a little bit longer for us than most. We were launching a brand new website on top of the Get Satisfaction community. So we were in talks with Get Satisfaction probably a few months before we actually launched it. When we launched our website in the community, it probably only took a couple of weeks. The good thing with Get Satisfaction is everything's a widget for the most part, so it's a bit of code that is kind of placed around our site. So, and then all the questions are obviously in a cloud environment. So the real work behind it, I'm not a tech guy, so hopefully I don't tick off the whole tech department saying it was easy. But from what we understand, it was a little bit of code on where we needed to be, and then obviously setting up the cloud environment, which Get Satisfaction, and then redirecting the domain so it's support.roto.com. That's pretty much how easy it was. And then the harder part, obviously, was tagging all the questions so that if you were on California Pizza Kitchen's menu, you obviously saw California Pizza Kitchen site. So I'd say all in all, it probably took a couple of weeks to get it all up and done.
So we have one follow-up question from Teresa, who initially asked about staff or customers in the community. So she says, for clarity, do customers answer questions because they've become power users?
Sorry, could you say that question one more time?
Sure. So it's a follow-up to the question originally about is it employees or other customers in the community answering questions? And she's asking for clarity. Do customers answer questions? And I think a follow-up to that is, if so, is it because they've become power users, or why are these customers answering questions?
Yeah, so customers are answering questions, and that's something that is definitely on our plan to do so even more this year. The best way that, and this is something that we're going to start developing also, is how much things feed or how they recommend things. For example, if I obviously order something, I'm going to say it feeds this one guy. But what we're seeing and what we're really going to try to push hard for is our customers to realize that, hey, provide an answer where, well, if you have two ladies, it'll feed two of them plus a salad, that's a meal. So obviously those answers are going to be a little bit different. So that's really what we're pushing towards, with our customers interacting on that point of view. Our customers are providing answers, whether it's how much they order for a certain amount to what they recommend, because I think they all understand that if they ask a question or if they ask an answer, it's either A, going to only benefit them later, or B, it's also going to benefit someone else who's obviously in their shoes. Because it goes back to they are the busy office managers, office assistants, so any shortcuts they can do, they're going to make sure they do. So that's where we really push for that. So yeah, our customers are asking questions, they're asking answers. That's something that we're really going to be pushing hard for also more this year, is more of the interaction. The biggest thing for us, and this could probably answer your question a little bit more, was we really viewed Get Satisfaction as that two-prong attack. The first one was this really robust knowledge base that our internal employees could use and our customers could use. And the second thing, on top of that was the foundation, and then the rest of the house was this community. And, we're still in the process of really building that house. But now that we have the foundation, that's something we're really going to start focusing on.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. Those are all the questions that we have, but we really enjoyed your presentation today. And Andrew provided his contact information on the slides. So if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to him on Twitter or Facebook at InsertAnything. Or if you've got more questions, feel free to reach out to us directly at getsatisfaction.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great morning, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.